Thank you for listening to the Dungeons and Donkeys podcast. Listener discretion is advised. All our social media links will be in the description. Thank you.
Welcome, everybody, to the Dungeons and Donkeys podcast. I'm Jinshi. I will be your DM. I like the color orange. Katie, how about you introduce yourself?
All right. My name is Katie, and my character is Kate of Flame Drifter. She is a Dragonborn Paladin. She will be taking her Vengeance Oath at level 3. And a fun fact about her, she has 5 fingers on each hand and a tail, which is unusual for Dragonborn.
Next, Kyle, how about you tell us a little bit about you?
I'm Kyle. I play Teacup Clinks, a tiefling bard. Fun fact about Teacup, he's 3'13" because his best friend, who is also his donkey, who is also his dad, is about 3 feet tall, and he kind of inherited that. Cryptic.
Hi, I'm Cryptic. I'm playing Phineas Quickwind. And fun fact about Phineas, he has a forked tongue, but it's not that way anymore because of an accident in his 20s.
Interesting.
All
I'll
right.
definitely have to ask you about that later.
Please don't, because I don't know where I'm going with it.
All right. So, quick introduction on our world that I have prepared. The continent is called Eternitas. Mainly split up into 2 to 3 factions, depending on how you look at it. The main factions are going to be the Alliance, consisting of the dwarves, the humans, and the elves, majoritely. There are the other races, of course, but as they are more of a rarity, they are less pronounced. So, in the west, we have Lotharis, the capital of the Vale being the elven home area. Not hometown, but home county? State?
Sure.
What do you want to call it?
Sounds good.
Then, over in the east, we have Corim. Kingdom, yeah. The home kingdom of the elves. Then we have Corim, which is the mountainous, internally, it's like inside the mountain. The internal mountain homeland of the dwarves. Now,
Well, what's on top of the mountain?
it's a mountain. Whatever's on top of the
And
mountain.
that's that lonely mountain to the east, right?
That is to the east.
Yes,
Corim,
Corim.
yes. Now, the dwarven home kingdom is Urshak. Now, the dwarves that live in Urshak are very different from the dwarves that live in Corim. Corim is more of the pompous, pureblood dwarves, whereas Urshak is more of your hardworking, down-to-earth dwarves.
Have they been to the top of the mountain?
I would assume so. I mean, maybe not that mountain, but at least a mountain. Dwarves, they get around, especially
It's that
on
mountain's
mountains.
cousin.
Then, to the north, we have Tau Honorafel, with its capital city of Valarden, the home of the Dark Elves. They were pushed north after a recent war with the elves when they kind of broke things off because, they're dark and the other elves are not. So they got pushed away. Then our mainland here is the kingdoms of Haldrum, Ardenia, and Cardis, the main 3 areas of the Human Alliance kingdom. And then to the south, we have the kingdom of Zir, which is an empire-ruled kingdom that is very human-based. They do not agree with the other races and believe that humans are above all superior. We will be starting this campaign in the capital city of Haldrum, which is the centermost area of Riverfield. Any questions?
There's 2 things of dwarves, and there's 2 things of elves.
2 things
3
of
things
humans.
4 things of
3
humans.
And 3 things to humans, or 4
4
things?
things if you
Okay.
count Zir, but Zir is kind of only human.
What's this dead kingdom down here?
The
Did we cover
Dead
that?
Kingdom is the result of a past war that has left the land scarred and undead roaming
So nobody living there, just dead
Nobody
people.
good.
No,
It's literally the
not just
Dead
dead
Kingdom. Okay.
And then you have the Red Plain. The Red Plain is a very lawless land. Its capital is New Lenthris. This is going to be like your more roguish type area, where the government is less active in the day-to-day society.
Who did you say lives in the Vale again? Sorry.
The Vale are the elves.
Elves. All right.
Elves, yes. Now, as far as relationships between all the different countries, obviously, Zir does not like anything unless it's human. The relationships between elves, human, and dwarves are of that of alliance. They're allies. Elves are a little
Okay, so no like strain.
so elves are a little snootier. They tend to look down on a lot of other races. While they will still assist other races, they still believe that elven are superior. The dark elves of Tall or Narful, the dark elves believe that elves are the key race, and they believe that they, more so than the other elves, have achieved perfection, essentially, by embracing the dark magics. However, because their focus on magic, their military has suffered a little bit. So because of that, they are not as aggressive as Zira has become, as far as a military front. They're more of a hide in the shadows kind of thing. And then Zir is a highly aggressive warring state that is essentially an empire trying to take over.
And they're all
They
humans.
are all humans, yes. It's a human only.
So they're like the racist
Yes,
people.
they're technically considered racist.
Okay. They hate everybody.
Then up to the far north, you have the Expanse. The Expanse is a large, cold, desolate wasteland. Much too cold for normal, everyday life. Obviously, the creatures that are there have since evolved to handle said cold. But it's not a place that is very friendly or welcoming. Then the final place on the map, there's two more places, is the Mire Deep, which is a large swampland to the south of Corum, but to the east of Cardis. That is it's just a very large, not very useful swampy area. So pretty much a standard swamp. Not much use there. And then the final area is the mountain range that cuts the continent in half. So the northern side of the mountain range is called the Ulval, and the southern side of the mountain range is the Dardather. The mountain range is split by a pass called the Maw in the center, right where you would see the location marker. The Maw is just a simple pass right through the mountain. There are only 3 ways through this mountain. The first of which being the Maw, the second which being the Stone Gate, just north of the Red Plain, which leads to an underground passage through to the Dark Gate, just southwest of Valarden. And the final way through is through Fort Heron to the north of Zir. So this would be Zir's only escape from their cutoff position. So the government of the Alliance currently holds Fort Heron and is keeping Zir contained into their kingdom.
No wonder they hate everybody. Everybody was like, "Screw these guys. We're just gonna cut them
They
off."
didn't want to cut them
Like
off at first, but then they got a little aggressive and was all like, "Well, humans are better than everybody else. Maybe we just kill a few of them, the other races." And then, the Alliance was like, "We can't be having that now." The last location of note is the Bonter Steppe. The Bonter Steppe is a large, vast, desolate desert that the elves created to basically cut themselves off from the other races because they don't like visitors.
So they're like Russia. Got it.
Pretty much. They're big, powerful, and willing to help other people, but they don't like them.
Oh,
All
so
right.
they're America after the Great Depression.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we are caught up with the world, let's
Probably forget
introduce
that
you to
tomorrow.
the town of Riverfield. Riverfield is a medium on the low end of large town. It is the capital of Haldrum, after all. It is the smallest of the three human capitals, however. First being Arden, and then second being the Sparrow's Crest. You all have arrived here at Riverfield. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to turn it over to you guys one at a time. I'd like you to just give me a little explanation. Your travel to Riverfield, not Riverwood, my apologies, Riverfield, and give us a little rundown of what you've been doing since you've arrived. We'll start ladies first. Katie?
All right, I'm going to give you a little bit of my background. I was born into a Dragonborn clan, but from circumstances I do not know or remember, I was taken under the wing of a Vengeance Oath Paladin. From age 3 to 18, I learned the ways of the Paladin. On my 18th birthday, an elder Emmerich revealed to me what had happened to the rest of the Dragonborn clan, to my parents. I have set out to gather information about a Dragonborn Paladin that broke his oath and destroyed much of what would have been my home, and to find help from anyone willing to give it. And that is why I've come to Riverfield.
Wonderful. You did say you were a vengeance.
I am, yes. Not currently because I'm level 3, but I will be, yes.
Wonderful.
Hey, Gingy, where's the orphanage?
Orphanage is a rather large building up in the northern section of town.
Northeastern,
Yeah.
Northeastern section of town.
on the east side of the river.
So if we need any fodder, we know where to get
Oh my
it.
goodness.
Let's hear from Mr. Teacup.
So basically, this is my donkey here.
Yeah.
His name is Gamwise Samji,
He's described as donkey.
and he's my dad. He's red haired. You see, he's a little short. And he's my dad and my best friend and my donkey.
How did you come to have a donkey for a father?
Well, he's kind of always been a donkey, so I don't know about that
He's
one.
always been a donkey. Mom's always called him an ass.
He must have got the job done, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you know.
Well, you know what they say.
It was
Tieflings always breed true.
Yeah.
Yep, they breed true, man. Let me tell you. Extensive Googling taught me that.
So you and your donkey.
Anyway, so I'm kind of here because, like, I just kind of wandered around, ended up here.
Place.
I started reading this book that we might find out about later, and I just kind of had this need to like reenact it. My uncle encouraged me to, one might say.
Well, I'm sure it was a great uncle.
Yeah, he's not a donkey.
Oh, okay. And thank you for clarifying.
Yeah,
He's on his mom's side, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
On his mom.
yeah, mom's side uncle, not the donkey side. I don't. Yeah, me and my dad don't talk. I talk to him, and he just kind of.
Are you aware? Like, are you
Food.
close to your father's side of the family?
They're all a bunch of asses.
Well, you see, yeah, they're kind of asses.
No,
one would say.
That's fair. I could agree.
Yeah, a lot of his siblings or step siblings are mules, so they don't have kids or anything because infertility.
Just kind of run.
Yeah,
Family thing.
Yeah.
So he got lucky. He exists, That donkey was born a donkey.
Thank God he was a donkey, not a mule. Let me tell you what, because then I would have been right up shit creek without a paddle.
I've been grasping for straws at that point.
Anyway, yeah, I'm just kind of chilling.
Have you seen the local pubs by chance?
I have not.
Might want to check them out.
Might have to explore that later.
Kidd's Keg is pretty poppin', if you know what I'm saying. All right, let's get our lovely little halfling rogue in here, sir.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Quick sidebar. Are we starting on a Monday? Like in game, it would be a Monday, right? Beginning of the week. Makes sense to start then.
Hang on.
Oh, it's absolutely Monday right now.
It has
I'm
to.
gonna roll for it. Let's see what day it is.
Roll for day of the
Yeah.
week, please.
Rolling for day of the week. We're gonna roll a D8. 8 is a reroll, or a 1 is a reroll.
Let's do one reroll, yeah.
Today is the 5th day of the week, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Today is a Thursday.
Today is a Thursday.
Or Friday if we start with Monday.
Yeah, I think we should start.
Sunday.
Yeah, let's call it a Thursday. I think it's more
Yeah,
fun.
Today
call
is
it
Thursday.
Today is a
Yeah, we don't just want it to be the weekend. We
No, I
want
wanted
to be like
to
if
be
we go
Monday.
to
I was
pubs,
gonna,
we want to be
I was gonna
like
say that I'd been
have alcohol
like in
problems.
jail for the past weekend.
I mean, you could still be in jail.
You could have
have
just
still been in
gotten
jail.
arrested.
Yeah, but who gets arrested during the week? Fucking alcoholics. Okay, all right. I think I know what I'm gonna do here. Yeah, I think I'll stick with that.
So, why were you arrested?
So I was arrested because I may or may not have as the guards said, a purse pinching problem.
Oh,
I don't
sticky
think it's a
fingers?
You're a
problem.
thief.
No, it's not really sticky fingers. It's more so like it was mine to start with, and then I might have lost it in a bet, and I didn't think the bet was valid because he cheated, and I wanted it back.
Fair point.
And the guards did not see it that way.
Guards
So
usually
I've
never
spent
do.
the last 3 days in prison, just hanging out. My buddy Clyde,
Chilling out, man.
and yeah, now I'm out and I'm looking for a drink.
And the guy who stole your purse.
Well, I think he might have
Yeah,
won that
but
argument.
that one's on the down low.